them and said, "We will help you." It's owned by the city.
Mm-hmm.
Fans buy stock shares, and they literally just kick in money when the team needs it, and did for years. And now they built a stadium around having weddings and events. So the whole stadium is built as kind of
like a community center kind of thing.
Yeah, you can just walk in and wander through it all day long.
Well, you got to give them props for that. I can't stand that team, but I kind of like that story.
Nothing against a team. Yeah, it's who's your favorite team?
Vikings.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
They made fun of them a lot. So
I bet they did. Yeah, I know that. What was his name? Whoever the governor was for. I think it was governor. I think whoever the governor was for Wisconsin when the new Viking stadium was being made. I guess all the steel girders were being made in Wisconsin. So that asshole went over and he signed his name on one of the girders that was going up in the Viking stadium.
Oh, no.
Right?
So, obviously, I'm from Oklahoma. And in case nobody else knows. But so Oklahoma State University. So you have OU OSU, which is a huge rivalry. Well, when OSU built an expansion on their stadium, they inadvertently hired a guy that was an OU fan. And
these are the questions you have to ask when you're building a stadium.
Yeah, and he got in a lot. I think as I last heard, he got in a lot of trouble. But so as he was building, putting the bricks and everything on the outside of the stadium, he miscolored a certain number of bricks, and he put OU on the outside of OSU Stadium in a part of the stadium.
That probably went over really well.
They could not change it without changing out everything. And it was like, that's a bold move, Cotton.
Right? That's what gets you murdered, like in the Midwest, like that. There's that like Midwest, like nice, like slower pace of life, except for when you mess with football there, especially when you get a little closer to the South there.
Yeah, football in the South is different. I remember I went to Alabama LSU a few times, and I went to the last game I went to. God, it was back in, 2012, 13, whatever. But I remember the stat. There were 250,000 people in the parking lot that didn't have tickets.
250,000 people?
Just there to hang out and pregame and enjoy the game outside of the stadium. Mm-hmm. Not to mention the 105,000 inside.
Jeez, 105,000 people in that stadium?
Yeah.
That's a lot, man. Holy hell. Yeah. Because I think Vikings, let me see this here, because I know the Vikings' new stadium is rather small for an NFL stadium. I don't even remember what it's called, so I'm going to say Vikings Stadium.
That should come up.
Capacity.
Definitely need an internet guy.
Yeah, well, I got it right here, buddy. Nice. 66,655 people can fit in that.
So look up Bryant-Denny.
What is it called?
I think it's Bryant-Denny Stadium, Alabama.
It just brought it up automatically. 101,821. But doesn't Penn have a ridiculous amount too? 106, almost 107,000 for them. But then also Michigan, it seems like those two schools go between having the biggest. Oh no, Michigan's, that can't be right. Oh no, it's 107. Yeah, Michigan's 107.
Right. And it's cold there.
Yeah, 107,601.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean it's just and I don't even know what ASU is. I know ASU just updated, but I don't even think it's close.
It's 1,300.
1,300. 71,706. That's not a whole lot. That's insane.
But here's another thing from Green Bay that I thought was interesting. And again, I'm not, I have nothing against the Packers. I'm a huge Brett Favre fan. I like players. I'm a huge Brett Favre fan. But what was interesting is every game since 1966 is sold out.
That's what you said, man. That's insane.
And
1966.
Yeah, and the guy leading the tour, the only way to get season tickets is you can buy the boxes, obviously, because they're for sale every year, and they're thousands and thousands of dollars per game. But the season tickets, if you die, they can be willed down up to a first cousin.
Really? And it's you can do that for as long as your family has it.
Well, and that because it stays with the community, and so the guy and the two people that were given the tour, they both, every time they had a granddaughter or whatever born, they put their name on the season ticket list. They're 113,000 away from getting a season ticket.
113,000
people, which means 113,000 people that have opportunities to buy season tickets have to
virtually impossible.
Die, or yes, it's basically.
Can you sell your tickets to somebody? Like, as far like, can you sell your chunk of season tickets to somebody? Forever.
I don't know if it's like, I don't know if you can transfer it per the organization, but what they can sell them via like the marketplace, like StubHubs and those kind of places, and that happens.
I bet you that could be pretty lucrative, man.
Yeah, well, there's what's another thing that's weird about the stadium is they're in it's in a neighborhood.
Oh, weird.
Literally across the street, lining it are just houses that are clearly built as party places.
I was going to say they're probably just like
they're like big, high, second-story balconies, and it's Packers, everything. But it's built in a neighborhood. It's not like a normal stadium where it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's literally it's just the town is right there, and you walk to the stadium.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's a lot of the older stadiums were kind of like that too. Like, we could go like the Veterans Memorial here, and that's kind of close to civilization, like as far as like I know that's an NBA thing, but it seems like the older stadiums were like that, and as they get newer they like started moving them out, because I know at one point before the Cardinals built their stadium, they were talking about building it in Gilbert at one point. Yeah, there was like 4 places. Gilbert was one of them, and Glendale ended up winning. But it's like they do that like because like Gillette Stadium, that's like out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
New Mile High Stadium, that's out in the middle of nowhere as far as that goes. I think Mile High's still a little bit more in town though.
What?
But Murfreesboro, have you ever been to Murfreesboro?
Murfreesboro?
I call it Murfreesboro.
Where's that?
The same place.
No.
Murfreesboro.
No, never been there.
And even the way you say it, you've never been there?
No.
No, okay. Yeah, I mean it seems like a pretty small town. It's not like going to Boston, I
was thinking Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Murfreesboro.
Okay. I have no idea. We could be talking about different things.
I'm talking about where the Patriots play.
Oh no, I've never been up there. Well, I've been up. Yeah, me and the North don't get along. But what I think part of what helps Green Bay is, again, back to like when you're in Denver, you're in Dallas, you're in Houston, you're in LA, you're in Vegas now. I guess they're having the Raiders are moving over. Wherever, property value is an issue.
Yeah,
that's not an issue in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
No, it's not.
they kind of put it close because people have to walk, and it's freezing there.
Oh, it is so cold. Have you ever seen how they, because they have natural grass fields, have you ever seen how they keep that in the middle of the winter?
Well, I put the pictures up. Have you seen they tarp it?
Yeah.
And we'll see you.
I got it. Yep.
And but they it was weird. So they have a European soccer field.
No, weird.
They have natural grass. They had glow lamps on it.
Yep. And they're like really close to the ground too.
Yeah, and they basically put like, I don't know why I'm using that as a symbol, but they basically put like hair plugs for men with synthetic grass into it to supplement it. So I think it's whatever percentage of the field. If I make up a number, it's going to be wrong. So just let's call it like 40%.
Yeah.
But it's fake grass. But
let's see how much of the of the field.
They're one of the only teams that do this
at Lambeau. There we go.
What you call it?
Lambeau.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that team.
We'll go with that.
Let's
Who
see
am I
if
to correct anybody on pronunciation? I'm from Oklahoma.
Let's see. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm super duper into football a whole lot. All right.
Me too.
A new grass surface was installed using Deso Grassmaster system, which has synthetic fibers woven into traditional Kentucky bluegrass sod. Even the new video boards installed in 2004 have been influenced by the field's nickname, which is called Tundra Vision. Doesn't really answer my question, but whatever. At least kind of gave me some cool nerdery for it.
Yeah, and I'm not huge into football anymore, but like since that's all I did last week, that's all I have to talk about. So,
well, didn't you say your hand's like as big as Brett Favre's?
Yeah, that was funny. That was a weird thing. They had that, which I have apparently, according to everybody, I have like larger than
Or the normal.
But his are 10 and 5/8, and mine are like right there.
Right there. So you'd be able to toss a football around.
Well, I can, but unfortunately I'm not attached to a 6'4", 230-pound frame. I'm still 5'10", 220, and
Yeah. Can't really get over those defensive lines there as easy.
And I just wasn't that good at football. So.
God, I didn't realize he was that tall, man. 6'4".
I don't know. I just made up a number, but you can look that up too.
That's a good point. Let's see what he is here.
He's a big man.
I'm sure somebody's yelling at their computer screen right now. That's not how tall he is.
Yeah, because we're talking about football, and we got to get this right because people are going to be crazy about it.
That Favre.
He's a big man.
Oops,
bigger than me.
Should have probably put height in there. Now it's just showing me pictures of him.
Oh, careful with that.
6'2".
Okay, 6'2".
2 inches off. So, I mean, that's still a tall gentleman. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the same height.
Yeah.
You can see all these guys, dude. Patrick Mahomes is 6'3". Tom Brady's 6'4". I didn't realize he was that tall.
He's a big man.
Peyton's freaking tall. I didn't realize Cam Newton was 6'5", man.
Yeah, I ran into Peyton Manning. I say ran into him. I saw him in Denver a few months ago, and he was on the ramp at the airport I was at, and he got out of his BMW, and good Lord,
He barely fit into it.
he's a big man. Until you see him in person, we're like, oh, okay. he was 20 yards away from me. I'm like, that looks like Peyton Manning, and then it took him 3 minutes to get out of the car.
Yeah.
And legs he keeps standing up, and I'm like, that car is literally at his waist.
Wow.
He's 6'4", and he's
6'5".
6'5", and he's
I wonder what Eli is, man. That's crazy.
Well, he's more
He's
successful.
6'5" also, dude. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Didn't you say he's more successful? He's got two Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
And Peyton's only got one.
And it's ironic that he's trashed the Patriots, which was always Peyton's Achilles heel.
Yeah.
But Eli's, I think, won. Is he won
Did he
two
win
against
two?
them? I remember the catch against the helmet. And again, I'm talking football like I'm a big
Right,
fan,
they're sitting here. Who did New York
I don't know how we got on football.
beat for their Super Bowls? I don't know. This is up and I spell bowls, B-O-W-S.
Like the only football I catch on Sundays is when I stare at the screen.
Yeah, New England. You're right.
Yeah.